Who we got? Leo! All right, it's your turn, Leo. Let's do it. Ooh, who was all of that? So being playful as things are a bit off right now, Leo. Okay, so for my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, if you would like your own personal reading, feel free to send me an email. I love doing natal chart readings, but I also love doing card readings. So happy to share my insights and messages with you. I'm also happy to be sharing them right now, right here with you in your 111 portal mini read, seeing what's going on for you Leos in the next 10 days or so. There's a little bit of a okay, things aren't quite smooth or going together, but I'm just going to try and be cheerful through it. And that's very, very positive, powerful, Leo illuminated energy. Yeah, this deck is it doesn't really want to shuffle. You're like, I don't really want to shuffle. I don't really want to have to blend in with you today. I'm going to still be me, but I'm going to be joyful about it. It's my Leo energy right now. Okay, Leo, let's see what we got. What can I share with my Leos? What is the most important message for them to know, for those that are watching? Thank you for letting this message be clear and understandable. And as always, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If this isn't what's going on for you right now, then this is not what's going on for you right now. 8 of arrows, so 8 of swords in the past. So, traditionally that's about feeling trapped mentally around things, but this card carries a whole different story, a whole different energy. I'm using the Medicine Woman Tarot deck. It is a really, really beautiful deck. With some slightly different vibes to each of the traditional tarot card meanings. So I love that. It just gives a different feel, a little bit more of a richness. Not judging my Rider-Waite deck. Actually, I love my Rider-Waite deck very, very much. And it's my tried and true. It's actually super rare that I don't use it in readings, but it's always good to switch it up. So, Harvest Lodge of the Stones, Queen of Pentacles energy again. No matter who I'm reading for, the main messages in literally all of these readings is moving away from what isn't working to find yourself and what will work in a very sustainable long-term way. And this is following suit. Okay, so Leo, check in with the Aries reading also, because you're getting some similar cards too. And there are tons and tons of readings today where this card has landed in this position for everybody. It's Queen of Pentacles energy. It does say Harvest Lodge of the Stones. You also have Teaching Lodge of the Stones. So what is being suggested here? Let's look at this card. 8 of arrows. It's really different than the regular 8 of swords card, right? Where she's kind of trapped and blindfolded and tied up, but she's actually not trapped. It's an illusion. She could literally just take the blindfold off and see that the swords are not keeping her in, and she can walk away. There aren't any of these mind games seeming to come up, other than if you feel that there are other people wanting your attention and energy and maybe trying to make you feel like you need to to focus on them when really like focusing on your skills and your identity and who you are is what's most important. So you can see here, she's the archer. She is a really prominent character in the whole arrows suit or the swords suit of this deck. She's in nearly every single one of the cards all the way through, and you watch her story. And here, she's not actually seeming even like bothered by what's happening around her. She's super focused on giving this gift. So in the past, you could have maybe felt trapped around how you're able to give your gifts, and it's something that you've already moved through. Like you've kind of figured it out. And by giving gifts and helping others, you're able to call in a lot of abundance and help from others for you, and really getting like grounded into how you can be nurturing and share with people. This is like sharing a lot of 3D gifts, food, blankets, physical valuables, physical material possessions, and you are abundant. You're very abundant. So you're moving into this like present awareness of that. And what's helped you is getting out of any mind games that you may have been in, Leo, and really focusing on how you can give your gifts. And so as you move forward into this teaching lodge of the arrows, these are queen energies, right? So you have the Queen of Pentacles, but you're moving into the Queen of Swords here. You're learning that you not only do you have a physical service or material goods to share and teach about. So you may actually be in a transition of maybe in the past loving the material things that you do, whatever the work is that you do, if you do it with your hands, if you create things, if you're a farmer, if you're a woodworker, a carpenter, someone that if you are a jeweler, if you literally use your hands with physical possessions to teach others how to do that, to share those things with others. There's something about it that like it's a big part of you and you love it, but you've also learned that there are ways where like the physical obligations or expectations in this 3D reality that you've created for yourself that others might have of you. Sorry if this is coming out jumbled. Can we slow down? Can we slow down? And make it clear? So you were doing your thing. You were doing your practice. You were doing your work. You were showing others how to do it. You loved it. There was also a little red flag that come up every once in a while, or a little like, oh, how long can I really do this? Oh, how long can my body really handle this? Is this sustainable for how the world is shifting? You know, this past year we've had to shift to doing things remotely, and so the physicality of the work has had to shift too. So you didn't feel trapped because you love what you've done, but maybe in the realization of the shifting of things, you felt a little trapped, and you've had to really recognize what your skill sets are as far as a teacher of information goes. And so that's what you've been stepping into. You've been understanding, Leo, that you're actually like a master manifester. You're really, really powerful with calling in and creating abundance around you, prosperity, all this like wealth, all this good, right? I don't think of money as a bad thing. So if you're triggered by me talking about wealth and it's like just fine, well, I'm gonna, because money is energy. It's around the way that we think about it that has us get trapped. That all came out. So even that, like even, how you are looking at how important money is or has to be, or that you're only worthy of getting money by working hard, or like putting out your physical creations, like this whole shift is kind of like shaking you a little bit, where you're still super solid and prosperous, but you cannot continue to operate in the same way. So you've been releasing yourself through any old mental structures of these old mindsets telling you, "Oh no, come back and gather the food. Oh no, come back and let me show you what I grew." And you're like, "I'm going to show you this skill set, kid. This is what we're focusing on now. I am not going to be the one harvesting any longer. My body can't take it. Look at them. I'm surprised their bodies can take it. I can't now. We're doing something different. Times have changed quickly, rapidly." So you're taking the abundance of the security that you have in the 3D world, maybe hunkering down in your home even more, and literally seeing what you can create in your home life. But everything is leading you into this teaching lodge of the arrows, moving from the harvest lodge to the teaching lodge. So Leo, you're learning how to share your knowledge and your wisdom. You've come into a big awakening. This is the judgment card. This is 20, where they're all awakening and the angel is blowing its horn at them. And it's like kind of even like this visual where it's the three raising up to the angel blowing these wake up, or congrats, you made it, you've awakened, right? So you've been learning a lot in this past year around shifts that you need to make. And Leo, hey, you're used to holding down the sunshine energy of summer. You're a fixed sign. You're used to holding the energy, and this past year has really forced you to see in which ways you hold on, or it's what you're supposed to do, right? The fixed signs. So when you hear about the cardinal versus the fixed versus the mutable, they are different energies of seasons. All of the cardinal signs call in the equinoxes and the solstices. So those signs begin on the first day of spring, first day of summer, first day of fall, first day of winter. They are the initiators of a brand new phase that we enter, okay? And then they hand the baton off to the fixed signs that hold down the energy of the season. So Taurus holding down springtime, Leo holding down summertime, and so on. And then we have the mutable signs that take that torch from the solid, this is what has been, to, well, we can see that things are going to be changing again, and there will be an initiator coming at some point in time. It's my time to be the chameleon and help shift the energy from summer, Leo, to fall. So Virgo is the mutable sign that helps with that. Gemini is the mutable sign that goes from spring to summer, right? So that Cancer can begin the summer solstice. So you have been challenged in this past year, Leo, to recognize where your strengths in holding down certain energy is really important and crucial, especially in time like this, to be holding down your warmth, your giving nature, your big-heartedness, your literal, like your sunshine. But now you're moving into sharing that information with others. So 7 of arrows. So yeah, this shift in information has kind of felt a little sneaky or sudden to you. Maybe you've had to kind of see where, okay, what is this saying to me? Just seeing you doing a ton of reflecting. seeing you like always doing your best, right? But right now, looking back on the past year or so and seeing all of these new things you've been learning and how you have to adjust as well, you can see now in the past where maybe you ran away from this opportunity came to you once in the past to begin teaching, but instead you chose to stick with what you're comfortable with, which was just working hard in the physical realm. And now you're reflecting and seeing that like it's okay for you to step away from this path, and that it's not you being a liar or a traitor or a flake or irresponsible or unreliable, or like that now like people can't trust you. Like that's, so if you're thinking that way, so that's where the mental trap comes in. Is you feeling confident that you're allowed to shift into a new phase, and that it doesn't mean that you're giving up on the things that you love or the skills that were passed down to you from other generations. You still have all that knowledge. That's the thing. You're scaling, Leo. You're scaling your business, you're scaling your life, you're scaling the way that you look at what you've been doing, and how it's kind of been like you're always going to have to continue to do that in each year. There's a cyclical, repetitive, this is repetitive. Your body can't do it anymore. And so you're now Bob Proctoring it, where, okay, Bob Proctor, he, there's all kinds of things, but I'm just going to say like a quick story that he shared in a podcast that I listened to, where he began his own business as a cleaner for businesses. He's like, I don't care what I do, I just need to make money, so I'm going to start cleaning businesses. And so he worked himself to the bone cleaning all these different businesses until he literally collapsed one day, because he was so exhausted, and he knew that he had to change things, and he knew he had to figure out how to scale this. And so what he did was he stopped cleaning and instead would dress himself up in a suit, go and get some coffee and donuts, and go and find the other cleaners, and would sit down with them and talk to them about what their vision was for the future. And he would actually hire them on, and then he created his own business where he had cleaners all over the country in his business that he like managed, so that he didn't actually have to do the physical work anymore. He's scaling his business, and he's becoming a mentor and teaching others to do the same thing. And I have chills. So that's what this is all about, Leo. This is about you knowing that it's okay for you to realize that you're allowed to scale your business. You're allowed to not have to believe that in order for you to have this prosperity that you have to like physically work so hard for it. As long as your heart is in the right place and you're utilizing your skill sets and your knowledge and information and you're sharing it with others for the betterment of not only you, but them and the future, go for it. You're meant to be teaching now, Leo. You're meant to be teaching now. So if this is a confirmation for you, if you've been thinking that you need to step into showing people how to do this and maybe doing it digitally or online even, well, the time is now for you to learn how and to embrace that. And there are people around you, there are counsel that you can turn to and open up to that will really help you with this. Yeah, Leo, you're really like, you are surrounded by so much. It's funny. In the only like earth card here, you're only surrounded by material possessions. I'm not saying that's bad, but in the other cards here, which are all arrows, all swords, all mental, all about teaching, there are so many people around you. Like, there's so much abundance being shared. And that's more rich, you will come to find, than just the show of what you've produced on a physical level. So I hope that that helps. Really powerful, Leo. You're meant to be teaching. You're meant to be scaling your business. So that's why you're a bit uncomfortable. That's why it's not quite coming together, because you need to step into that. You're the teacher now. And you are. I'm excited for you, Leo. All right, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.